Hey, listen, man. What's up, man? We just coming to talk about some little shit, man. Hey, man. What's your view? How do you feel about drug use? You know, man. What's your view? We want to know what's the people's view on drug use, man. You know what I'm saying? We want to know how you feel about the shit. Me personally, I'm gonna start it off saying, you know, man, do what the fuck you do, man. Drug use, I don't look at it as fucking some shit. I think it should be all accepted, man. Whatever you can do, you can function off and you can handle yourself and not fucking, you know, make anyone else feel any type of way because of what the fuck you do or whatever the fuck, then you cool.
Well, see, this is why this arena of information and theory and shit is a real, you know, blossoming garden, a real Amazon jungle, because I feel a little differently. I feel like, you know, drugs are like weapons. You know what I mean? The point I'm saying is, under what circumstances are you using the drug?
So is water. Water's a weapon. People will spray with water hoses.
I mean, but that's stretching. The most of what I'm saying
I ain't stretching shit.
Water itself is not designed by man.
And neither are drugs.
Some drugs are designed by man.
And so is water.
Now, basically, you saying motherfuckers making water, motherfuckers putting.
I'm saying the motherfucker that came out with the water truck with the fucking fire engine with the purpose of spraying niggas.
Yeah,
there wasn't a fire in sight. Nobody had a fire. They hooked a hydrant up to spray niggas. They didn't.
But in every I see what you're saying.
Exactly. That's just like the motherfucking nigga. That's just like the nigga in No Country for Old Men, where he's walking around with that motherfucker suppressor with that motherfucker nail gun.
Okay, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He was using that for fucking a weapon.
Drugs are like, you can't just. I wouldn't sit here and say drugs are good. Period. That's like saying
what?
Guns are good. Period. I wouldn't say that. It's just under the circumstances the drugs come into play. So when he's saying, if you recreational, that's why that term got to get thrown in front of the word drugs, because pharmaceutical, medicinal, it's other, but there's also restraining drugs, and it's all, you know what I mean? So it's like, if you drugging yourself, that's one thing. If you don't know what you drugging yourself
now, are you criminalizing
the circumstances vary for me.
Let me say this. Let me ask you this. Are you saying you're criminalizing or objectifying or saying?
Now, on the criminalizing drugs, I don't.
All right, what's the word that you want to use for what you're saying?
See, that's a complex issue, because the government could
I want to ask this question. I want to ask this question, man. What are you saying?
Okay, let me answer. The government could tell you, well, we're criminalizing drugs because you're gonna hurt yourself. You might hurt somebody else.
No,
on
it's
the
not
contrary,
right.
no. Of course, we know that. Like, so on the contrary, you can say, like you said earlier, had I not went and got high, I would have went to jail. I would have did some dumb shit that day, but I just decided to go hit a jail. Whatever your drug, to go to the bar and get a beer, or go out front and smoke a jack. Like, you know what I mean? So for real, for me, the drugs also bring in a concept or idea like, not just depression but stress. Like, you know what I mean? The drugs is such a slippery slope. But I do want to play this, like you say, a lot of people want to say, well, the ancients used to chew the mushrooms and other little stuff to induce hallucinations.
That's what I'm trying to get to. That's what I'm trying to get to. Are you condemning?
Condemning
is a good word. Are you condemning the actual drug or the psychedelic effect of it?
I'm more so saying, you can use a gun to protect yourself. You can use a gun to kill. So drugs are one of those things, like anything else, the long list of things that's on that spectrum of drugs. You can hurt yourself. You can hurt yourself. You can die fucking with these drugs. I ain't never took ecstasy. I could fucking take X and not know how my body react to X and seize up. I could shoot some dope and have a bad batch and I know who whipped it up and kill over. I might have a little short episode, and where I live, the ambulance might not come in time, and I done not been resuscitated, revived. So it's just hard to cut the drug thing clean and dry for me. But I will put this, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to be no hypocrite. We was just laughing about some hypocritical situation we was talking about. But yeah, we sitting here smoking trees. Y'all smoking tree right now. So, well, right. Because what the fuck did the government give you? Drugs.
So that proves my point, man.
And they turn right around and get the commercial and say, nigga, did you take this drug and fucking die? If you take this fucking drug and some other shit happen to you, you can sue them. Duh. So the drugs ain't sweet, and they giving you drugs. Some drugs legal, like alcohol.
Hey, let me say this point right here.
Shit.
One of those time I was on my man house and shit, man. You know what I'm saying, man? This
Wonder
girl
what
who
the
was over there chilling.
etymology of drugs is. Probably like
And we-
Druid.
No. We go from drugs. We talking about medicine.
The Druids, once again, the medicine come from, what was the first medicine? They didn't have pharmaceutical. They was dealing with.
Nah, man. The first medicine, all that shit come from Africa, man. Shit come from out the woods, man. That's one thing about my man. He don't give Africa enough respect, man. Africa is the motherfucker where everything comes.
Yeah, no, I'm okay. Listen, for those people out there amongst the common man, pull an African nigga to the side, and he's gonna tell you, you're gonna get an impression of separation from him.
But you're
they
talking
themselves
about
are so tribal and so separated that
no, you're talking
pull
about
a Moroccan nigga aside, pull a Nigerian. Most people gonna say it too.
You're talking about a Christian African. You're talking about an indoctrinated African.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So if you want to talk Africa, that's like I'm saying about the drugs. If you approaching certain topics, a lot of this shit is layers to the onion. So if I say, well, that onion look bad because it look fucked up, then you get to taking the skin off the onion and say, well, damn, it looks shiny and new now. It's like, well, you had to understand the onion entirely to know that just because on the surface it look stupid or it look damaged, broken, unedible, whatever you want to fill in the blank with, that don't mean it's not of use. It still can't be used as a resource. So, like, yeah, so it's I think that's sort of how America run their little propaganda. Don't think too deep into it. Take it for what it's worth. When you see the checkerboard floors and all the Masonic symbols, the shit right there on your money and all that, don't think too deep into it.
Let's stay to the point. Drugs are not fucking. I look at, how did you view drugs? I view drugs as not bad. I don't care long if you do whatever the fuck you do, long as what you do don't fucking encroach on someone else's ability to do or live or however the fuck they want to do it.
Well,
long as when you don't, they're basically saying don't get all fucked up and come, tripping all over.
How you gonna control that? If I'm smoking if I'm smoking water, and they get me, I can control it every other night. But if one night we go get a bag from,
then you need to check yourself.
So that's my point.
That's all I'm saying.
You still on the ice rink, and you don't know where the ice is thin at when you fucking with certain drugs, the arena of drugs. That's why some people only go with like gateway drugs. That's why it's terms in front of drugs, because there's no way to just say, "Oh, I'm on drugs." Well, I'm popping pills from the pharmacy down at my local pharmacy store. It used to be the drug store. And even the drug symbol is the pot and look like some magic witch brewing. So, and if you want to take it there, let's not act like the Africans wasn't.
You talking about the caduceus?
No, not the medical. I thought that was the medical.
Okay, that's
thing.
the medical. Okay.
I'm talking about, if you look up, go and take the time to look on your phone, images, Google pharmacy symbol, drugs. It's a
pill or some shit, right?
No, it's the thing where you
when you crushing up something.
But that's used in, look it up, witches and shit use
that. Ain't witch. Stop doing
it.
that. That's African shit, man.
Okay, but let's not act like the Africans wasn't dwelling in paganism. Certain parts.
Hold up, man. See, this is what I'm talking about. See, we want to know what he has a dirty, stinking African lens on his eye.
No, damn, he put bad bone on me.
Listen, let me get mine in. Let me get this in.
Get it in.
Go ahead. You smoking right now. You know what I'm saying? Damn. You dig what I'm saying? All right.
Go ahead.
He has a dirty, stinking African lens. He don't, see what I'm saying? A lot of shit that I watch, he don't watch, but he's subjected to the shit, he don't know it yet. Like the fucking Hebrew Israelites, Cesariak and all them motherfuckers. They look at it like you dirty, stinking African. They look at it like the white man is closer to our brother than the African. They look at it like African is totally separate than you. The Migo is closer than you to the African. Like the African is not even part of the 12 tribes of Hebrew. Like ain't no African tribe in the 12 tribes of the Hebrews. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know all the shit. Y'all can check it on yourself. You feel me? But this is what I'm saying. Out of the 12 tribes, it's what all the coast is Haiti and all the coast is.
I say all that. I say that. I say all that.
And all, you know, so it's like 12 of them. 12 coast tribes and shit.
Let's just say, don't lose your hand at the door. Logically, how could it be that many motherfuckers from a continent and they not had nothing to do with it?
because they talking about the migration
That's
of
just
the
nothing
Hebrews.
but-
They talking
okay.
about the migration of the Hebrews, where they spread it to, and
they
their
came through
influence
Africa.
on life now is basically only from the 12 tribes. The
Well,
Hebrews.
what about the Igbo
Let me
tribe?
break
Let's
this down.
let's get on
Can I
let's
break-
get on educated. I got that.
Hold,
Go ahead, go ahead. Go
hold.
ahead.
See, that's what we talking about.
What we talking
They
about?
because they don't connect with the Igbo tribe. They don't connect with that. This is what we talking about. They're not connecting themselves with Mali and all that type of shit. They're not connecting themselves with